So this is the iPhone 13, the product red edition. And today we are going to do a full build quality test of this smartphone. We'll be just following the regular procedure, regular test that we do perform in almost all the smartphone. Where is the phone? Actually, phone is not here. Phone is in deep freeze condition since 12 hours. I'm just going to take the phone out and we will see whether the phone is in working condition or not. Same test we performed last year with the iPhone SE2 and this phone is still perfectly working. So this is your iPhone 13 completely frozen. As you can see, the glowing Apple logo, I mean, it looks very cool. That's why I picked the fantastic product head so that I can make a better thumbnail. Just kidding. Now you can easily cut it and try to remove it, but yeah, you can either damage the phone or either can damage this bucket. So best way is to just hold this thing in a water container. Within just 5 minutes the phone will be completely itself out. So I'm just going to put this thing in the water, but actually it's very fun to cut an iPhone. So that's the phone, guys. iPhone 13 completely out of the water now. And you might be thinking, what's the logic behind, you know, putting the phone in the freezer or freezing it for overnight? I understand that, but yeah, at least it's good to know the extreme capabilities of your phone, like in the worst condition, what's going to happen. Also, if you're living in an area where like it's mostly frozen, maybe Siberia or the Greenland, at least you can know your iPhone can work there or not. So let's turn on and see. Wow, Apple logo, Face ID perfectly working, buttons and all things are really cool. This is working. There is no moisture as of now on the camera, but water damage can take a bit of time. So we'll wait till the drop test, what's going to happen. So let's proceed with our scratch test, other tests, and see how is the build quality of this phone. Red phone and the red knife. Dangerous combination. If you're going with the iPhone 13 and 13 mini, you will be getting an aluminum frame where there could be some bit of paint job. But if you go with the 13 Pro and the Pro Max, you will be getting stainless steel, just like you have on your Galaxy S21 Ultra. Obviously, in terms of durability, like the drop test and the scratch test, the stainless steel is much better than aluminum. You know that. Aluminum frame with a paint job on the top, antenna wires and nothing, but paint is actually thick compared to what we see on other brands generally. Buttons are again made from the metal, hopefully aluminum 7000, and there's a paint job similar to what we see on the frame. If you try to intentionally or accidentally remove the button, are they coming out? I don't think so. Alert center again has the same construction as we've seen on the buttons. Not coming out. Power button made from metal, and they're also not coming out. SIM tray is completely made of the metal. There is no plastic frame used here since it is metal, so hopefully you cannot even bend it accidentally or intentionally. I mean, if you want you can do it, but yeah, it's very durable. How about the earpiece grill? Made from metal. The rear camera has a slightly different design compared to usually what we see on other manufacturers. Generally, there is a metal or a glass slab on which the camera glass itself is placed, but here actually the glass is slightly protruding and covering the camera bump itself, and around the camera lens itself there is a metallic frame just like here on the chassis, and it has a paint job over it. Let's check out the glass quality that has been used on this phone. We all know that Apple uses an extra ceramic shield protection on the display. Those who don't know, the ceramic shield is developed by Apple and Corning in partnership. If you try to scratch it using most scales of hardness, till the level 6 there is no scratches whatsoever you can try. And on the level 7 there are very fine hairline scratches. I'm not sure I can show you here on the camera, but I can just only feel and just If I just try to visually see it, there is only fine hail and scratches. That means the common metal objects that you are carrying every day or you're having in your home, they can't even scratch your display. But just don't get too excited. Some of the very rare metals, obviously like diamond, if you're carrying on your fingers, they can scratch your display. And obviously silicon carbide, or you can say like sand particles, they can easily scratch your display. Moving on the back panel, if we see the scratch pattern here, it's very standard that we see on generally all the Corning glasses. Till the level 5 there is no scratch, and on the level 6 and 7 there are fine or deeper scratches. So that means this back panel can be scratched with some of the hard knife blade and sharp stainless steel, glass particle, dust and sand. Obviously they can scratch your back panel. Also on the camera bump, if you try to see the scratch pattern, you can see scratches from the level 5. That means since this portion is mostly always open unless you don't use any skin part here, this can be easily scratched with glass, sand, dust particle, or maybe sharp stainless steel object like a knife. Time for the bend test. So far phone seems to be very solid and durable, especially that squarish construction. It's very sturdy. First we'll just trying to bend from the display side. Let's see what happened. 3, 2, 1. And there's very minimal flex. Certainly this aluminum grain that has been used here is very tough. Let's try to bend from the opposite direction and see what happens. 3, 2, 1. Again, there is a very minimal flex. You can assume there is no flex at all. So phone is very solid and it successfully passes on the bend test too. Now guys, at the last we have to perform the drop test on the iPhone 13, and we are very much positive like this phone is going to survive. So we will be dropping on a hard marble floor where we drop eventually all the smartphones like budget phones, mid-premium phone, premium phones, everyone, and phone is perfectly working. Alright, let's start. This is some another smartphone, Vivo, I don't know. Actually the battery has got swollen. You can see the quality of the Vivo smartphone. This is in this condition from probably 4 to 5 months. I don't think so this is going to fix it. Okay, let's show it. So first we are going to drop it from the 2 feet usual height, bottom side. Wow. Ooh, dangerous sound. Here's the dent. Perfectly working. Okay. Camera side, 2 feet height. Flat impact, complete. Okay. Now we have the rear side, 2 feet. Perfect. Display is also okay. Display side, 2 feet height. Yep, perfect. No issues. Nope. Perfectly okay. Ooh. यहाँ से a bit of dent from here, but perfectly working. All right, approximately 5.5 feet से drop करते हैं. Let's see. Again, impact from here. One dent, another dent, 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 dent. Camera side. Wow. Major impact. Ooh. A major impact from here. यहाँ से top से यहाँ पे impact हुआ है, but again कोई दिक्कत नहीं. Back panel phone perfectly working. Alright, now second last drop test. Rear side approximately 5.5 feet height से. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, perfectly okay. No damage, and front display also okay. No damage with the shock. Okay. Last drop test, 5.5 feet height. Okay. Here we go. World's most durable glass. Three, two, one. Ooh, surprisingly, it's very durable. Here's a quick update, guys. It's been 6 to 7 hours since we did all the tests, and let me show you how's the phone is perfectly working. I mean, I'm not here to show you those things, but yeah, eventually there is a bit of damage on the display. If I can show you here, if you can just close here, let me zoom in here. So I think you can spot a couple of green dots here. Maybe due to the drop test inside this OLED panel, few of this area might have been dead permanently. That's why we can see some of the green dots here. And I cannot say like whether it is going to spread or not, but in almost 5 to 6 hours I have seen those many only. Maybe if I just drop it further, I can see some bit of more damage. So that's been it for this display. Even though it is a very good display, but still you have to use some good drop proof case just to make sure like your OLED panel is not going to get internally damaged. So that's been it, guys, for the iPhone 30 durability and the drop test.